Hello, Fuse Nation. My name is Alex Fuse. You are watching another Sports Fusion episode. Hope you are having a great day so far. On today's show, Todd Stottlemyre. He is a global entrepreneur, speaker, and high-performance business coach, a former professional athlete who played for Major League Baseball for 15 seasons, where he was a part of 3 World Championship teams. He played with the teams the Blue Jays, Oakland A's, Diamondbacks, St. Louis Cardinals, and the Texas Rangers. So big guest on today's show. Todd, how are you doing today?
Alex, man, I'm doing great. I want to just say that, first of all, it's an honor and pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you.
I just want to tip my hat to you, sir. And 16 years old, had your own show for a couple of years. What an accomplishment. I just love the fact that young people like yourself are getting out there.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Todd, I saw you had a very busy weekend. You were in the Bronx Yankee Stadium for the 1996 World Series reunion. And on Sunday, you were there as the Yankees honored Mariano Rivera. They honored him with a plaque. And you were there with your father, Mel Stottlemyre. And what was it like being there for the past 2 days over the weekend?
Well, it was really an incredible moment. You know, my father has been battling multiple myeloma, blood cancer, and you know, last year they had the Yankees had dedicated him with a plaque to be put in Monument Park, and you know, because of my schedule and everything, I wasn't able to make it back to Yankee Stadium for his on-field dedication of his plaque, and so we made it one of those things that we had to make that happen. We made it a goal as a family. My wife and I got the chance to travel with my mother and my father back to New York, and it was I would tell you, it was an incredible weekend. It was an emotional weekend. We got a chance, actually, my mother, my father, my wife, and I, and actually Joe Torre had a private visit to Monument Park where both Mr. Torre and my father got a chance to see their plaques on the wall and side by side. And the first time as a family, we took a ton of pictures. It was just an incredible moment. And then the next day to be able to watch and have my father be a part of Mariano Rivera's dedication day. And you know, when you look back and you take a look at his career, I mean, it's really unbelievable. First of all, to be the all-time saves leader in Major League Baseball with 652 saves, and to think that he threw basically 99% of the time one pitch, and a guy that mastered one pitch and simplicity of pitching, and just went out there and just dominated year after year. What an extraordinary career! He's an extraordinary person. It was great to be a part of it.
So I wanted to ask you, did you have any chance to talk with any of the Yankees players? I know they called up a few prospects like Aaron Judge and Tyler Austin. So did you have a chance to talk with any of the Yankee prospects over the weekend?
I didn't, but it was pretty extraordinary. Both those young guys, you know, their first at bat, going back to back, hitting home runs, to get the opportunity to kind of witness that and see that. You know, it looks like an incredible future for some of those young guys. But you know, I spent a lot of my time, you know, other than being in Monument Park and actually in the suite that the Yankees provided, and did have the opportunity to see some of my old teammates that were also on that 96 team, and Jimmy Key and John Wetland and some of those guys. So it was just an incredible weekend.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, I know your father was a pitching coach for the Yankees back in 1996 for a few years, and you, of course, were a pitcher. So did your dad always give you advice before your games, and since he was a pitching coach?
No, you know what? He didn't. You know, he always took the stance that, you know, we had our own coaches and this and that. I will tell you that, you know, every time in my career where I was struggling or kind of hit a little bit of a crossroads, Dad was always that most trusted advisor. You know, I call him my most trusted advisor in life. And to be one of the greatest pitching coaches ever, it seemed like our call to, or my call to my father was always at a place where, you know, I was struggling or whatever and was looking for a way out, and just trusted any advice, obviously, that he was going to give. not only being an incredible pitching coach, but my father and a great friend. So many times I have made that call. I will tell you, over my 15 years, there were lots of different times where I had to make that call. And, actually, I'm in the middle of writing a book where, and in that book is the reason for the book is really, it was an inspiration, from my father, by my father, and a lot of the lessons that I went through in and out of the game and around the game, and a lot of the advice that he had, a lot of the mentorship, and so it's really, truly going to be a dedication to him.
Okay. Yeah, and like you just mentioned, you're writing a book right now, so after your playing career, you've been busy, and an entrepreneur, and now your own website, and writing a book that came out in 2017. Can you talk a little about how this all started for you to become an inspirational speaker?
Well, I would tell you that it was, for me, it was a lot of the, I had the incredible blessing, obviously, first of all, to grow up in a place where Yankee Stadium was the playground for my brothers and I, and when you look back on some of my dad's early teammates, and when you think about Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford, Yogi Berra was his first manager, and then the great Thurman Munson and Bobby Mercer, just so many great Yankees that he was around and that we had the opportunity to be around. And then just growing up in the sport, and then after baseball, getting into the business world, I've always had some of the most incredible coaches and mentors, and I just got to a point where it was like, first half of my life was all about me and accomplishments and playing Major League Baseball, and then building businesses, and I just truly want to make the second part of my life dedicated to helping others. I've taken a lot of the lessons, and I certainly not taking the stance, hey, I got all your answers. I'm just saying, hey, there are certain things and certain roads and certain paths that I've been down, and I've had some of the most incredible mentors and coaches in the world, both in sport and business. And I just believe that there's a bridge between sports and business, and I believe that bridge is all about your habits, your behaviors, your mindset, and if you can win at one, you can win at the other. And like I say, I just want to pass on the lessons that I've learned from my coaches to other people, and just really from a servant standpoint, see how many different people I can help in business and out of business.
Yeah. So I see on Twitter they tweet out a lot of inspirational quotes, and I love this. Okay. So I want to ask you, what is the best advice someone has ever given to you?
It really boils down to, probably a couple different situations. My father, first of all, whatever you do, be the best you can be. He, from the early days of growing up, and it was always like, whatever we chose, or whatever our choice, whatever we were going to choose to do in our careers, his comment was always, be the best you can be. I had an extraordinary opportunity where I got a chance. I was actually underneath the stadium, right outside the dugout, where I got a chance to spend a little bit of time with Michael Milken. And I remember asking Michael Milken, I said, what's the best business advice you can give me at this moment, just right off the cuff? And he says, plan your work your plan, be ready to adjust. And really, I've kind of applied those things, always just striving to be the best I can be, always planning my work in my plan. And for me to say to you is, it always starts with a goal, with a massive desire, and just know that, I believe every single person that's listening right now, if you have a goal, you can accomplish it. It's going to take great desire. It's going to take a great work ethic. Nothing comes easy. It's not supposed to. If you're going to become great, it's going to come with all the battle scars of becoming great and all the stories that are going to come along with it.
I definitely agree. Thank you, Todd. So I want to let you talk a little about where can they find your website, and where can they purchase or pre-order that book that's coming out in 2017.
Yeah, well, we haven't gone into pre-order. I'm actually just finishing up the writing. Be finished this week. From there, it's going to go to an editor, of course, and Made for Success Publishing is the publisher. I'm excited to be working with those guys, Brian Heathman and his team at Made for Success. So certainly we'll be announcing, you know, in the coming months where it can be pre-ordered. But you know, the whole website of ToddStottlemyre.com is really is an opportunity for me to give back. Once again, just started a blog. I'm working on launching a podcast. Got some projects I'm working on that are going to be coming out over the next several months. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. But it's truly an opportunity for people to go and to just grab. You know what I always say? A lot of times it's one thing. It could be one thing holding somebody back. And sometimes we don't know what that one thing is, and the opportunity to hear or learn. And I'm going to be passing on, like, once again, it's not going to be all about me and what I know. It's about what I've learned and what I continue to learn that I can pass on to other people. And if that one thing jumps out at them and it makes a difference, then I'll be serving my mission of helping people.
Okay, Mr. Stottlemyre, thank you for coming on the Sports Fusion episode today.
Well, man, I got to tell you, you reached out to me. I'm excited. 16-year-old young man. I can't even believe or can't even imagine where you're going to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Once again, I just want to say congratulations to you. It was an honor and pleasure for me to be on your show.
Thank you. I truly do appreciate that.
Okay, sir. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Okay, just heard it from Todd Stottlemyre, former MLB pitcher, and I have already subscribed to his website for an email list. You can go on there to ToddStottlemyre.com, subscribe to his email list and get updates weekly like I do right now. Thank you, Feuzion Nation, for watching this show. I'll be back at 3:40 with Barrett Sally, the lead writer for Bleacher Report. We'll be talking some college football and NFL news. Come back at 3:30. I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.